All right, guys, so another day and another bit of information from GM. This time, it's not a leak. It is an official announcement straight from Chevrolet and General Motors, and we're going to be talking all about it today. And that is the ZR1X and all of the amazing numbers it's putting down. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for pressing play. Today, we're talking all about the ZR1X. Like I said there in the beginning, Chevy has given us some really good information about this car today. There's been a bunch of unknowns with this car. The official 0 to 60 time has been updated. The official quarter mile time has been updated. And a lot of this stuff has been done in an interesting way. So let's dive into it. About an hour ago, GM decided to release a video talking all about this stuff with the ZR1X. We've known some of the information on this car. Of course, it is the typical 1064 horsepower engine from the ZR1 with a hybrid all-wheel drive setup similar to the E-Ray. But in this case, that motor on the ZR1X is actually putting out a little bit more power on the front wheels to bring the total power of this car to 1250 horsepower, which by itself is absolutely insane. But add into the fact that it's also now all-wheel drive because of that hybrid setup, you got yourself one heck of a launching drag strip kind of car. Now, this video from GM really heavily leans into the drag strip aspect of this vehicle with basically no mention at all of an actual track for this car, only drag strip performance today, which is fine whenever you're putting down numbers like this. Without further ado, guys, let's talk about these quarter mile times. The 0 to 60 that they're able to achieve on the drag strip is 1.68 seconds. Yeah, let that sink in. 1.6. People were blown away whenever we were able to hit 2 seconds flat to 60. This is under that by a significant amount. 1.6. Absolutely mind-boggling right there. But it doesn't stop there because the quarter mile time is just as insane. While testing on a cold track, they were able to consistently hit a quarter mile time of 8.7 seconds, but final hero run, they were finally able to crack into the 8.6 second time. Yeah, 8.6. So this car officially does the quarter mile time in 8.675 seconds with a trap speed of almost 160 miles an hour, officially 159.57 miles per hour. This thing is an absolute monster. I mean, at this kind of drag strip performance, it is literally taking down one-off cars built specifically for the drag strip. This thing is going to absolutely annihilate 0 to 60 times on any car, drag strip times on any car. I mean, you're literally going to have to put official fire-breathing monsters that can also fly up against this thing to even come close to beating it. This is insanity at its finest, and I love it. GM is finally pulling out all the stops. They don't care. This thing is just absolutely ripping it up, and it is insane what this thing's able to do. Now, there's a couple things in the video that have me questioning a few things. The first one, like I said earlier, zero mention of anything track related. So kind of interesting that Chevy's really leaning into the drag strip aspect of this car. And of course, with it launching the way it does and getting these quarter mile times that it's able to do, I guess I understand to some degree, but I really thought we would see some form of track driving or something mentioned about the fact that it is also the fastest car over the Nürburgring as well, but they didn't really seem to talk too much about that. On top of that, at the very end of the video, they show the car doing a burnout, which is really interesting, unless there's a feature on that car we don't know about. So check this out.
And I think what we need to do now is a burnout.
Sounds good.
So as you heard there, the guy specifically asked for a burnout, and sure enough, they show the car doing a burnout, and at one point you can actually see this is the ZR1X, it's not the ZR1. So how is that car doing a burnout with just the rear wheels first off? Front wheels are not spinning at all, but it's also doing a burnout for a pretty long, extended amount of time, which you have not really been able to do in previous C8 Corvettes. They typically allow you to do a real quick flash of the tires, basically, but that was a pretty extended burnout. I'm wondering if we're going to get some sort of feature for this car that's first off going to disable the front wheels or lock them in place, which would be really interesting. If we're going to be doing this, let's do it right. Let's get a line lock of some kind installed on this car from factory, similar to how the Camaro ZL1 had back in the day. Maybe we're going to get something like that. I don't know. Nobody said anything about it in the video, but at the end of the day, it certainly looks like there might be something special coming on top of these ridiculous numbers. They actually talked about it a little bit in the beginning where they were mentioning that cars in the 10 seconds of quarter mile time were considered pretty fast not that long ago. The cars nowadays in the 9s are considered ridiculous. And here we are with the ZR1X that's easily into the 8s without them really tweaking much. They were hitting 8.7 consistently before finally hitting that 8.6 second mark. You guys really need to let that sink in just how fast that is. To this day, if you're running a 10-second car, you are running a really fast car. If you're running a 9-second car, you're in a rocket ship. If you're running an 8-second car, you're in a rocket ship strapped to a jet booster. I mean, this thing is absolutely mind-numbingly fast. So if you're a Dragstrip guy, there is no replacement for this particular kind of setup. It literally is going to destroy one-off cars. And on top of all this, like I said, the track was prepped, of course, but it was not necessarily great tire weather. It was kind of cold from what they were saying. So this car could have another 0.2 of a second in it on a nice prepped track on a nice day, which just completely blows my mind even more. And what's really interesting is that the C8 Corvette ZR1 has an official quarter mile time of 9.6 seconds. So this puts the ZR1X a full second faster than the already insane C8 Corvette ZR1. So a 9.6 second quarter mile time for the ZR1, which has already been bested by people who have the ZR1 taking it to the track. Right now, the best time I've seen is somewhere around 9.2. So that is 0.4 of a second faster than what GM claims the car can do. Now imagine that on the ZR1X. We could literally almost be tapping into high 7s on this car with a tune and some drag radials. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Really, really great information from GM today. I'm glad to see that we are finally getting some serious releases from GM where you can see that they are not playing around anymore. This is the car to get if you are a drag racer, 100%. Now, let's talk a little bit for a second about some of the bad, because there is unfortunately a little bit of bad surrounding this car. And you probably already know what I'm going to say before I say it. Yeah, it's going to be constraints and inability to get the car and dealer markups. As of right now, that's what I'm being told across the board, that we are getting weird releases of allocations for this car, which means it's going to be really tough to get. And those allocations are not supposed to be shared with anybody. So if your dealership does get one, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to put it on Facebook. You're not supposed to put it on YouTube. So you're not really going to even know if your dealership got one unless you get the call that says, hey, we got one, come order this thing. And if you do go down and order it, you're likely to be smacked in the face with a bunch of constraints, starting with the high wing or the ZTK aero package, basically. You're not going to be able to get it right off the bat. And it's like, okay, you're spending $250,000 plus on this car and you can't get the wing. Apparently there were some constraints on brake caliper colors and just carbon fiber in general. It was all kind of on constraint for this car, whereas it's kind of hit or miss even on the ZR1. Maybe you can get the aero package, maybe you can't. But just recently talking with some of the dealerships, I noted that the ZTK package was unavailable for the ZR1X, which is really odd because here we are with an official release from GM showing the car in all of its glory on the drag strip, tearing it up, and everybody's excited to see these times. And then, by the way, you can't get the stuff you want. Now, if you're looking to this car specifically for drag strip kind of stuff, then maybe you're not even interested in the ZTK package, but at the same time, you should be able to have that option. But constraints, dealer markups, it's all going to get ugly. I'm certain of it. But regardless, that stuff aside, we are looking at one heck of a car, and GM just seems to continue to kill it with this thing being an actual road course car, but still tearing it up on the drag strip as well. It's insane, and I love it. Anyway, guys, let me know if you are feeling the same way down below. How does this news make you feel? I mean, it's a huge win for Corvette across the board, so you guys got to feel like I do. Smash the thumbs up if you like the content, guys. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, stay obsessed.